So, just to remind you what you need to do for 3.5 is that you have to pick a topic and talk about how that event, if it's an event, a trend or an issue, impacts New Zealand society. So it's always got to come back to New Zealand society. We're looking at the Paralympics and we watched that video Grit and Glory or something like that. And one of the points that we brought out of it was that Anna Grimaldi, I think it was, the girl, the long jumper with the one arm, she had low expectations of herself and she saw her at Paralympics and thought, actually, I can be that, all right? So that is a good example of the positive of the Paralympics. So it changes lives through giving hope to people. And I just got this quote, which I quite like: if you can see it, you can be it. So you can put those sort of little quotes in to bolster your writing. But you can't just say, oh, the positive of the Paralympics is it changes lives through giving hope. If you can see it, you can be it. Anna Grimaldi said so. You can't do that, right? You've got to build a case of why that's positive. And this is what a one structure. So it changes lives through giving hope. If you can see it, you can be it. So this is important because disabled people often have low self-expectations in general life and in physical activity. So you could put that here, talk a little bit about that, and use some research to back that up. All right? Then you could talk about, well, what are people who are disabled, what are their experiences of physical activity? And that's what you're actually reading now, is that document and making some notes. Use some research to back that up. In general, though, what are the benefits of physical activity? So there's a lot of good benefits of physical activity for the person, for society, and the wider nation. And then if we can have more people being inspired by the Paralympics to be more physically active, and I'm talking about disabled people, or even just people in general, what's the positive for New Zealand in that? All right? And then link it back to the original statement, which is making sure that all of this stuff, it's like bringing it back and just making sure that it ties it up nicely before you move on to your next paragraph or your next point. Okay? Is there any questions about that? Cool. Now, I'll say it now. I've posted heaps of stuff on the Paralympics on the Teams. It's not heavy stuff. Probably the stuff you're reading right now is the heaviest stuff you'll get. The more you read, the easier this will be. So today, and the expectation for homework for the next couple of days is to go through those posts, watch videos, read the posts I've put up there, and that will give you pretty much a lot of stuff you can write about. All right, and then it's just a matter of planning your essay and going for it. All right. I will be, by the end of this period, asking you which event, trend, or issue you're going to go for, whether it's Paralympics or something else. Just bear in mind, I can't be everybody, so I can't post heaps of resources for everybody if they've chosen something different. So I'm going to be doing mainly the Paralympics. Okay? Any questions? Now, the suggested essay structure, Brock, what page is it on?
7.
On page 7 is a good place to start if you're thinking about how I order my essay and what sort of things I need to be looking for. There's 2 teaching points which I won't go into today. One is about assumptions, and one is about perspectives, but we'll do that later this week. But your main job now is to do heaps of background reading or background watching.